back to Super Shopper, another hot and humid afternoon, and I am here on Bound Road. I've just finished shopping for car accessories. Yes, I'm shopping. And right now I'm opposite Higginbothams. Now Higginbothams is one of the oldest establishments here in Chennai, one of the oldest, let us say a bookstore. And the common belief goes, the common thinking goes that literature and men are far apart unless we are talking about a fashion magazine which is graced by beauty on the cover page. Well, that's not completely true. Men do go into bookstores and men do go to bookstores to buy books. I'll tell you in this particular segment which books the guy in you should buy. The first floor here at Higginbothams has a huge collection of course books, you know, engineering, humanities, life sciences, basically everything that is boring in life and not as interesting as standing in front of the camera. But anyway, I have a serious doubt here. If you go to any road in Chennai, you would see at least 2 or 3 booksellers sitting by the side of the road and selling books. That is a fascinating trend. You know why? Because they don't know which book contains what. If you go and ask them for a book, they wouldn't know which book exactly you're talking about. But the name of the book, the sound of it is so familiar that they just give it to you. They just pick up the correct book and give it to you. And a lot of people in Chennai actually like this trend. They actually go to these small shops by the side of the road and they buy books from there because they get the books at discounted rate. So I'm not very sure how well this first floor here at Higginbothams does, how well the business is here, because as you can see, it's kind of empty.
Chicklit is not the only thing that runs in a guy's mind when he enters a bookstore. Being a sports lover, I have always managed to spend more time than I think lingering around the autobiographies of famous cricketers.
If you are a guy, then I'm very sure that there is some kind of a sport that you're very interested in. I have fond memories of playing cricket on the streets in my hometown and football, of course. So every time I come to a bookstore like this, I just pounce upon any written material that I find that's about cricket or football. I have singled out 3 books for you, which you must check out. The first one is The Game Changers. Now you remember the fake IPL player? This chap who took India by storm during IPL? 2 years ago, this guy maintained anonymity for a long period of 2 years. He was writing a blog called the Fake IPL blog and no one knew who this guy was. But every day, millions of people would hit his blog just to find out the gossip, the behind-the-scenes gossip about what's going on in IPL. And quite funnily, this guy mentioned that it was surprising that a blog that calls itself fake was taken so seriously by so many people. Similar smart lines, it's a collection. This book is a collection of his smart lines, of his journey about writing this blog, what he wrote in it, what went on in IPL. The Game Changers is a must-buy. Moving on, talking about something serious, the great man Sachin Tendulkar has millions of books about him. Now when you walk into a bookstore, you do not know which book to pick up. From personal experience, this one is a great one. It says simply, if cricket is a religion, then Sachin is God. Now should you read it, should you not? What this book has, what this book contains, it's just a collection of Sachin's success stories, what he has achieved over the past 20 years of his great cricketing career. It's a very good read. And it's got the foreword by Harsha Bhogle. Harsha Bhogle is one person who I absolutely admire for one reason, that he did not belong to the world of cricket. He does not belong, he's not a batsman, he's not a bowler, he does not belong to this world. But still, his word is taken so seriously. And he has written a book called The Winning Way. Now, Harsha Bhogle is known for his repartees. He's known for his quick and funny statements. So this book again is a must-read, The Winning Way. It's about Harsha's, commentary, the fact that he was inside the commentary box and how he observed the game, what he learned from it, the players that he met, the players that he had a discussion with. Again, a fantastic book.
Art and me are poles apart, and I am completely at a loss when it comes to understanding modern art. How what seems like blotches of colors and jumbled figures could represent something has always confused me. And I stumble upon the book about the temples of Western India. Although I am not much of a temple goer myself, but this book remains close to my heart because the author, Miss Ambujam Anantharaman, was the first author I had interviewed, and this book was the first signed copy of a book in my room.
apart from fashion magazines with interesting cover pages, there's another kind of literature that actually interests men. That is literature about politics. Now, I have again singled out a few books that you must read. One is about this man. You must have seen his face on zillions of t-shirts, many t-shirts. But who was this man? He was just a madman who decided to ride his motorcycle across a continent and come up with some communist ideals. Ideals that inspired many, even in today's world. You must read this book. Moving on, one of the best, in fact the best autobiography that I have ever read, Adolf Hitler. People say that he wanted to be a painter. Well, he did paint the town red, but in a very horrific way. Is there any way we can probably justify what he did? Is there any explanation possible for what he did? Well, read this book, it's a very good read. Talking of today's conditions, talking about India, there's a book that you must read which is more pertinent to what's happening in today's India. You must have heard of this Anna Hazare movement. This book is one of them who's involved in that movement, who is a part of Team Anna. Kiran Bedi, a very respected police official in her time, a very respected citizen of India. Now, she has written a book called It's Always Possible. What's always possible? You must read this. My search continues on Mount Road, my search for a shop that would force a guy in need to take out his wallet and spend some money. Let's see if I succeed in that, but right now it's time for a short break.